It was the first televised war. Searing images from Vietnam unfolding in American living rooms.
This is the story of the Vietnam War.
Dispatches from combat zones, courtesy of talented photojournalists who were risking their lives. One of the best, now stepping out from behind the camera.
Is that the one that you would jump out of the helicopters with?
Oh, yeah, beginning, yes. I have to shoot how soldiers suffering. So close up of rain, water, also close up of shoes in the mud, soldier suffering.
In his memoir on the front lines of the television war, Yasutsune, or as we call him, Tony Hirashiki, describes the nearly 10 years he spent covering the war in Vietnam. He was there when ABC's Roger Peterson was shot in front of his very eyes.
When he came out from bush, I saw his blood. He was shot arm and finger. I always shoot. But my correspondent wounded, I so shocked. I throw camera and they start to do something, but I just kind of sobbing or crying.
Hirashiki braved the dangers alongside the best and the brightest ABC had to offer, like Sam Donaldson, Peter Jennings, and this rookie.
This is Ted Koppel, ABC, near Cam Lo, South Vietnam.
He looked like a baby face.
For 3 decades, through his viewfinder, Hirashiki captured a first draft of televised American history, but his accent remained stubbornly Japanese. He covered it all from presidential politics to international summits.
I just remember being in Moscow with Sam Donaldson, and Sam insisted on working with Tony, and so did every other anchor that was there.
What made Tony a good cameraman?
Tony had life experience. I mean, he had the beautiful eye to see, you know, like a storyteller.
His humanity helping guide young talent on both sides of the camera.
Every producer had a story about why they had to work with Tony. They would change the shoot days to match Tony's schedule. There's a whole generation of journalists who are as good as they are, in part because of Tony.
Hirashiki retired a few years back, but this generation of anchors like Bob Woodruff,
Tony,
and David Muir will always remember him fondly.
but investigators say they... Do you remember any of those early stand-ups?
One time I remember just 10 minutes before, no, already show started, and you came and make sure I don't mistake.
I came to you and the show was already on the air.
Yeah, just...
Nothing's changed. Well, thank you for having patience for all of us, all these years.
You are one of my correspondents, too.
And I'm proud of that. Proud of that, Tony.